it's me, Renee. I'm back. And yeah, I know I talked about having this video up yesterday, and then yesterday came and kind of went and flew by. So it's here today. I suppose I can't make promises. I kind of want to actually have two videos up today. So, but then again, maybe not. But might have two videos today. Uh, but yeah. So it is still Gilmore Girls week here on my channel because it's 25 years since the first episode. I mean, what? What is happening with the world? Well, I suppose, time flies and goes by, but like, what? 25 years? Weird. But yeah. So today I'm going to be recommending books that I feel have some sort of Gilmore Girls feel or vibe, or like that I feel like fans of Gilmore Girls might enjoy. So I suppose in one way, honestly, in one way, this could be just kind of this is me stretching things and like because honestly, at least for me, one of the things about Gilmore Girls that I love so much is that it's so unique. And I think one of the things that you love about some, I suppose, it depends on what you love and what not. I mean, if you love NCIS, it's not that unique. But like, I think honestly, yeah, I would think anything that's huge pop culture wise is huge because of its original and its uniqueness. And that means kind of difficult to find things that are similar to it, both in TV and movies and movies and books. Though I suppose also um there is always, I suppose, always exceptions. Like with Gilmore Girls, I would say, at least in my mind, I would say Jane the Virgin is kind of similar. It has the family vibe. It has the drama, though it hasn't. It has a bit more drama than Gilmore Girls, I would say, but it's still drama. So I would say in some ways that feels similar. I would say. But then again, not quite, but yeah. But anywho, it's my channel. So yeah, I'm gonna recommend you books that that give me Gilmore Girls vibes in one way or another. And that's wrong much. Sorry. So first we're gonna go with and yeah, as usual, it's not really a specific order to this, but yeah. First we're gonna go with Diary of a Confused Feminist by Kate Weston. And in the same breath, sorry, Must Do Better by Kate Weston, this being the second book in this duology. And so, both Rory and Lorelai, I would say, are feminists. Rory sometimes throws out feminist names and stuff like that. She has like her big idol is, and now I'm blanking out, is the journalist she looks up to. I can't for the life of me. Julianne? Julianne? Yeah, anyway, she looks up to this big journalist. And yeah, she's like very feminist focused, I would say. Though I would say also at times it's like, I mean, sometimes you're more confused feminist than a feminist, as well also like you can be a feminist and also be a bad feminist, kind of like Roxane Gay talks about. For example, when Rory and Lorelai go to Cheryl's baby shower, and they talk about how you can't have pink and blue anymore. Now it's all green. Why? Why is it green? Why can't it be blue? I mean, shouldn't it be cool to like have non-gendered colors? I mean, girls can like blue as well. I mean, I love blue. Does that make me a man? No. Would I have been a man or a boy if I liked blue when I was 5? No. The colors you like does not make you a different gender and does not. Yeah. Anywho, these two books. And I would also say, like, I would say, honestly, I would say maybe a kind of red line, a through line for all these recommendations is that most of them make you smile and laugh. So, yeah, Diary of a Confused Feminist by Kate Weston. Check them out. Also, these are the original covers, so and the newer covers are like this. Honestly, it's one of those ways where between the first book and second book they got a new cover. I like the old cover more, but yeah, that's why the covers are different. Then we have one of the stretchy ones, but yeah, okay, bear with me, yeah, stay with me, please stay with me. Invisibility by Andrea Kramer and David Leviathan. Yes, this takes place in New York City, a big, big city, which Star Solo is not at all. And it's not really about uh, family in the concrete way. It's not about a son and a father, or a daughter and a mom, or a grandma. There's well, okay, so you have Steven, and then you have Elizabeth, and those are the main characters. And then you have Elizabeth's brother, who also becomes, I would say, semi important. Steven's family is there in the background, and yeah, I would say also after a while, his family becomes more important. Uh, but it's not quite that. But it's also that because, I mean, his relationship with his family is troubled, which Lorelai and her mom and Lorelai and Richard is not the easiest relationship. So I suppose in that way it's similar. But I would say it's more like this is one of those books. I would say it makes you like at parts of the in at points in the book it makes you think like, whoa, that's that's a great way of thinking about it. Like that's a whole new that's that's life changing, like a big, big moment. And then a few chapters later or a few pages later, it's like, oh my god, I'm laughing so much, I'm losing my breath. Which to me, it's kind of like Gilmore Girls, really. You have all the feelings. You have the feeling of not being accepted by a family or not being able to achieve your dream of having an inn. And then a few minutes later, someone says, "Oh, you look beautiful," or Kirk's doing something weird. Like it has everything. It has the balance of everything really in it. And yeah, Invisibility by Andrew Kramer, David Leviathan has everything in it. All the emotions, all the thoughts and actions and stuff. Then we have Something Close to Magic by Emma Mills. Now, okay, this is urban fantasy. It takes place in New York City, but with magic in it here and there. Like invisibility is quite there in the. It's in the title. Stephen is invisible, literally. Something Close to Magic doesn't take place in our world at all, so it's quite different in that Gilmore in that way. But it is about found family, which I would say Gilmore is also about found family. It's about the family that Rory and Lorelai makes in Star Hollow. It's about the family that Rory makes in Yale. It's about, yeah, the friends you meet, the family that you gather, not the ones that you come from. And this is kind of that kind of family. Most of them come from not shitty but kind of bad background, but they find community together. And also there's magic. And also I would say it's kind of like it's a bit of a like slow build story. Like things happen, but it's very slowly, which I would say at points Gilmore Girls can be slowly. Like it's like very scene jury. Like one episode could be about one thing, but it can blow that thing up. But it can also still enjoy that because of all the interesting characters around and yeah. So yeah. Then we have So This Is Ever After by F.T. Lukens. This is again about fan family. It's in a fantasy world, but it's about fan family. It's about being there for each other, which the main characters in Gilmore Girls do. Not all the time, always, but who does? I mean, people make mistakes, but yeah. If you want the fan family aspect, go for this book. Then, give me a moment. Sorry, the laundry was yelling. Then we have Late Bloomer by Macy Eddings. Now, as I say, this is a sapphic story, which doesn't never happens in Gilmore at all. But This takes place in a small town. You have found family, small town. You have families that are difficult, also families that are nice, which I would say you also have in Gilmore Girls, because Gilmore Girls, yes, it's about Lorelai and Emily, but it's also about Lorelai and Rory. So you have the different uh, sides of family there, really. Then we have Cures for James by Laura Moher. Again, this takes place in a small town. You have a community where people stand up for each other, where people like, yeah, it feels very Stars Halloween. Like people like everyone says hi, hi. It's very chilled, and the love story is such a cinnamon roll guy and kind of yeah, kind of like Luke. So yeah, sorry. And then we have Role Playing by Cafe Yardley. Again, takes place in a small town. This one, I would say, also references some role playing. So that's kind of like in the name, but it's like referencing D&D, which Gilmore Girls references a lot of stuff. Not D&D often, but references stuff. Also, Maggie is very direct person, which Lola can very much be. Well, I suppose maybe a bit more Paris Geller coded, but yeah. So this book, if you like Paris Geller, just directness, go for this book. Hmm. Then we have two books in a series. We have The Spell Shop and The Enchanted Greenhouse. Both of these are magical books, yes, but they're cozy mystery, which I would say one thing that you would say about Gilmore Girls, one adjective, cozy. It is very cozy, I would say. It's rare that you watch Gilmore Girls and feel like I'm attacked or I feel scared. Like it's very much a cozy blanket series. And yeah, both of these books have like a very community-based story. This one has a community base from the get-go, and this one kind of a community comes out of it after a while. And yeah, found families, communities, these books. And last but not least, you know what? No, not last. I'm also gonna go with My Best Friend's Earl by Bethany Bennett. Historical romance, but it's found family. Well, found family and family, but it's like a tight knit group of friends who do anything for each other, which, yeah, is all about Gilmore Girls, I would say. And then you have As Seen on TV by Meredith Shore. This has kind of been talked like this came out a few years ago and talks about very much Gilmore Girl for Gilmore Girls fans. I want to say it's a bit more Hallmark vibes than Gilmore Girls, but this has the friendship between mom and daughter, so that's in there. And I do reference Gilmore Girls a bit here and there, so yeah. Also, it takes place in a small town, so yeah. Also, it's not really that bad of a read, so this book if you're in the mood for contemporary romance. Yeah. And that's the recommendations I have for you today. And yeah, see you later. If you, of course, if you read any of these, please tell me. Do you have any books you feel like works for Gilmore Girls fans? Please tell me. And I'll see you soon. Bye.